Downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm at Atrium, Leon Levine in Saint South Kings Drive. South Kings Drive. Girl, I'm saying Saint. Don't be minding me, y'all. But this is Justice for Nyla here at Atrium Health in Charlotte, North Carolina. They put the baby's pick line in wrong, and baby, when I say they caused this baby so many other conditions by doing that wrong and stuff. So y'all gonna hear more from the mother in just a second. But Shank Rocker is gonna be hosting, so I'm gonna get some coverage because she deserves justice for her child. Then they making promises to the lady from Atrium Health and stuff like that, not holding up their end of the bargain. And this baby's gonna forever need health care, y'all. Forever need medical treatments and things like that. So I want y'all to hear from her versus hearing and listening to me, okay? Cause yeah, I don't be knowing. I need to get caught up, okay? Hey guys, this is what to do, listeners. Hey Barbie. Let me show y'all a little bit about where we are and stuff like that. They got the police on the corner. Y'all know they'll probably try to stop it. They don't want us to get justice and talk about it. Over there.
And go straight and turn. You see where the parking deck is? Yeah, you're going to probably have to go all the way up to the top.
Yes, it's Shank Rob. Shaft, y'all. A shaft rock. Yes, shaft rock. Put his boots on, okay? Can't tell him nothing. Look at him. Yeah. But this is the Atrium Health, you guys. It's on South Kings. And I think I'm saying it right, you guys. I'm sorry if I messed it up, but
South Kings.
Leon, is that Leon Levine?
Levine.
Leon Levine. Okay. Leon Levine, y'all. Leon Levine. Sorry. But this is the Atrium Health. We do need to talk about this, guys, because there's so much medical negligence happening, and we just tend to let it go. We just like, you know what I'm saying, it happened. Who's gonna listen to us? Or we just feel like nobody's gonna take the case. You know what I'm saying? We just give up when that's not the case. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Missy Lane. Yes, justice for Ramika. What did they say, Missy Lane? Have you heard anything, or is it still too soon? That boy's job is for her, okay, TT? Can't tell him nothing. But we got the news here, you guys. We got WCNC Charlotte here. So if y'all make sure y'all tune into that for this good coverage, okay? Okay, nothing yet. Okay, thank you, Missy Lane. Hey, Syria, what's going on, Syria? But we're in all black, you know. We're in all black, and it's justice for Nyla. See, John just got here. Pictures, you guys.
Like John, but that's not John.
Okay, John Barnett. Thank you, TT. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Cyril. Hey, Mary. How you doing? Yes, so we're just waiting for everybody to pull up, finish pulling up, and set up and stuff for this historic moment. And it's going to be historic because it's going to change how they treat us, and, you know what I'm saying, start making them tell the truth and stuff in these hospitals. And because this is money for them. Y'all got to remember, it's money. Hey, short stack sis. Praying for you, Shelly. Praying for you. We praying for better days for you, okay? Get well soon, sister. Hi. What's going on, John?
Good to see you.
Glad to see you too. John said, y'all will not silence us. Hey, Cornell, thank you. Yeah, we have to stop letting them do us any kind of way um, in the medical field, you guys. It's so important. Hey, Royal Golden. Good morning. I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, my lips gonna be black like Lauren Hill's, baby. I'm not saying she ain't beautiful, but baby, when I get home, I'm smoking, smoking. You hear me? Hey, Candy. Capricorn. I thought that was Candy. I mean, Capricorn. Good morning, Sissy. What's going on? They got the police out here like John and Shanks Black putting on a Black Panther moment. Child. When the locals try to stop you from getting the truth out there, it makes you really look at the hospital like, nah, I'm good. Makes you want to get into that herbal and stuff, hit them, man, start getting some oils and the proper essentials. Stay at these hospitals. Hey, Alicia says, hey, Tim. Good morning, sisters.
The more they hear you, the less they hear Shank.
Get my two brothers right here. Those black men right there. I take peptides and I feel awesome. They got the x-rays down there. Right there. That's the x-ray of the baby. The damage they done to her, okay? No, far as we're not protesting, but praying for y'all in Iran. Child Scott on some other stuff. That's the baby's x-rays, y'all, of all the damage that was done to her, okay? Hey, Miss New York, this is for baby Melania. HM Health did a PIC line the wrong way, and it damaged the baby's organs and stuff like that. Y'all gonna hear more from her and stuff. Well, first, let me be honest with you, before we get started into this one. We ain't got nothing to do with that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we try to still protest for black rights. I get it. We all, we all in war. Spiritual and some more stuff. Hey, T-Topics. Yeah, Alicia, so that's her x-rays over there. And right there, that one fell down, but she ain't great pick it up. But this right here is the x-ray. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. All lives matter right now. Hell, we all in war. We all in war, baby. The transgenders, they're at war. Mexico, Venezuela, Iran. We don't know what Russia and China about to do. You feel me? We all in war. Okay, Tammy, you're welcome. Don't be mad at me, Tammy, right now. Hey, Miss Wisdom, I got your message, Miss Wisdom. Yeah, we all in war. We don't know what's about to happen from today to the end of the day, People's life insurance going up, People ain't got money for medical. We in war. Thank you, TT. It was tripping. You can't see all comments in chat, Miss Wisdom, and stuff like that. I enjoyed myself over listening to all this knowledge with y'all and this intake. It was very educational, y'all. Make sure y'all go follow Pretty Trucker and stuff. The ladies was over dropping gems in the chat about make sure we stay healthy and, products for our hair to keep our hair naturally strong and things like that. So check that out. Hey, Queen Bee, what's going on? Thank you, love. Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Excited for your event. I am. I think you're doing amazing work. How you doing? This is my son. Yeah, I met him at the house. Yeah. Thank you for coming out here and supporting me. That's major. I love how y'all coming together. All the mothers are coming together. Like y'all can all understand certain parts of all of this and stuff, especially with it being these hospitals and things like that. By the way, y'all, this is LaShonda. I'm gonna be having her on the channel. You know, we heard about Baby Legacy story from Shank Rock. If you haven't, check that out. Okay, her story just it puts you in a different whole seeing medical care in hospitals in a whole different light. Okay, but yeah, you guys, and she's been on other podcasts. Her story is booming. Okay, on YouTube, so check it out, guys. And she's got an event that we will be at Saturday. I'll be able to cover that, won't I? Okay, so I'll be able to cover that and things. So. Thank you, Evelyn, girl. Wait, somebody else did too. Thank you, Evelyn, for being a member for 5 months. I'm sorry. Thank you. The news people are setting up. John got his mask on. He's not going to be silenced. Hospitals are on the struggle. You guys, that's WCNC right there. Shank Rock and John are definitely doing their thing. This is the family right here. So we want to make sure we're out here letting them know that, you know, we won't be silenced, you know. It's time for people to start speaking out on that. It's time for people to stop feeling like they're alone in this fight. You know, there's somebody that believes in your story.
Okay, that'd be great. We can start.
Dang, y'all, it's a chemical spill in Fort Mill. The newsman said that he has to go to right now. All right, guys.
To the right, right and left. Come on over. That's it. I want to welcome everybody to the Justice for Nyla Silence demonstration. We're going to start off by having a prayer by Pastor Simmons. First, Heavenly Wise Father, we come before you with our hearts burdened by injustice, yet filled with hope for righteousness. You are the God of justice. You are the God of mercy, who hears the cries of those that are oppressed. So we come together and we stand in solidarity with this family. And we pray that you would open up the eyes, open up the hearts of those that have committed injustice acts towards this family. And we pray that they be strengthened in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Pastor, for the prayer. First, I'm going to call up my first speaker. My first speaker will be LaShonda McGee.
Can you spell your name, please?
LaChunda, McGee, McGee, I'm here today in support of the family of Nyla. The pain that parents go through is unexplainable. The situation is unexplainable. So from one parent to another, we're here to support and seek justice.
Thank you, Charlotte. Second, I'm going to call up the next speaker. It's going to be Alicia.
I'm here to speak on Nyla's behalf, so that to see that she gets the justice that she deserves, as well as her family. It's very heartbreaking, the situation that's going on and how things are being handled. But we serve a God that can do all things, and He will get justice.
Now, many
we deserve care that other individuals get. The PIC line that was put in Manala's spine, it was done wrong. And someone does need to get help for the way that it was done.
Your name?
My name is
Can you spell your first name?
A-L-I-C-I-A, last name L-O-R-R-I-S.
Now, many want to know why a silent demonstration. Well, at this point, Atrium Health is trying to stop Nyla's mom, as well as national activist John Barnett, for speaking out on this issue. But we want to remind everyone, and we want to let everyone know that it's not about John Barnett. It's not about Nyla's mom. It's about the PIC line that was put in Nyla. And we don't want to go nowhere further than that. So this is drawing of the PIC line that Atrium Health stood in wrong. So I do have some more speakers coming up as well. We want to thank all the news media outlets that came out to help us with this fight for justice for Nyla. We want to thank everybody out there that has been sharing Nyla's story. We want to thank everyone for the support. Once again, justice for Nyla. And this is a silent demonstration. So, if I could just get everybody to just have a moment of silence for Nyla. Thank you. At this time, is there any questions from the media?
Yes, can you just go back to why was she having this procedure done in the first place?
The purpose for the PIC line was for that her spine. Now I do know that it was supposed to have been placed on the right side, but it was placed on the left side. Now I'll have to get a family member to maybe give more details on why the PIC line was needed. Is there anyone that knows why the PIC line was needed? Okay, and I'm almost sure that it had something to do with Nyla being premature.
How old was she again?
She's 3 years old.
And when did she pass this?
She didn't pass. She's still
sorry.
alive. No, it's okay. It's okay. She's still alive.
Okay, got it. My bad.
No, you good. You good. So I'm going to go to and if you could just tell us, if you would mind, a little about your situation with your baby.
Like when I was parents, we were being shut out for transparency, answers. A lot of things that we're asking are not being answered. The hospitals are boring up and not saying anything. It's unfair to the children, it's unfair to the family to proceed this way. We're just simply asking for answers, and for their family, this is a lifelong situation. This is something that's going to last the eternity of their life. They're going to have to deal with this every day. And every day they have to deal with it, Adrian should have a conscience enough to come forward and do this right.
And along with we doing a moment of silence for Nyla, if I could get Brother Broderick to come on up for a moment of silence for the lady.
Is this all in a moment of silence for this injustice, please?
Thank you. So next, I'm going to bring up Selena Campbell, and she's going to take us into the actual purpose for the silent demonstration for justice. Will you come up and give us the purpose?
Excuse me, y'all, I'm out of breath and I'm going to get here. But the purpose for this silent demonstration is to give this family, this mother, and the child the voice that they have been trying to be silent. We are here to support Nyla and her family, and again to be her voice. We're standing in solidarity for the unfortunate malpractice that has taken place here at Adrian's Health. For too long, others have been silent, especially Black mothers, when it comes to maternal health issues. So we want to be the voice for the voiceless and speak for those who have been unjust. So we want to, again, stand here in solidarity and support for Nyla and her family and give her the strength that she needs in this continuous fight with Adrian Health. They have been bullied to be silent. As we speak this morning, they try to put a restraining order on the family. So again, we need to be the voice and support Nyla and her family. Thank you.
I want to thank Selena for giving the purpose. Our next speaker is going to be Maria Philpott.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this live silent demonstration for justice for Nyla. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes for a second. And if you have children, imagine your child going through the experience that Nyla has gone through at such a young age. How would you feel? How would you feel if it was your daughter that went through what Nyla has gone through? How would you feel as a parent, as a victim of what Nyla's parents have gone through at this hospital? Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. All we're asking for is for accountability and justice for Nyla. So again, I ask you to ask yourself, or rather put yourself in the position of Nyla's parents, and imagine if this was your child that went through this experience. How would you feel? And as I was trying to find parking, you know what, guess what? These individuals right over there under the parking garage, I'm going to wave to them. I see you. We see you. I see you. I see you. I would love for you to come over here and make a comment. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And for every moment there is no court date established, we will be out here every month with more people. I promise you that. So again, accountability. We're asking for and a court date. Justice for Nyla. Thank you.
I want to thank Maria. Before we bring up Nyla's mom, I want to bring up a soldier in the cause fighting for justice, John Barnett. And I know, y'all are not used to seeing a tape over John Barnett's mouth. But this is how, in my opinion, this is how serious this thing goes. They've went, as I said earlier, they've went as far to try to violate the First Amendment by stopping freedom of speech. Just look. I'm just gonna let y'all look. This is John Barnett. Can I get everybody that's watching in my chat? Can I get y'all to throw up a 1 if what they're doing to John Barnett is wrong? Throw up a 1. And I'll even go further, but it's going to go back to what I was saying in the very beginning. It's not about John Barnett. It's not even about Shank Rock. And make sure y'all subscribe to Shank Rock on YouTube. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to Shank Rock on all social media platforms. Let me just tell y'all a little bit about Shank Rock Films and what Shank Rock Films does. Shank Rock Films is all about having everyone with a voice and everyone with a story to be able to bring their story to a platform and to be able to express their voice. Now, in order for Shank Rock Films to work, Shank Rock Films need you. Yes, you. That's watching this. I need for you to share Nyla's story. For a complete interview with Nyla's mom, it's on my YouTube channel, Shank Rock. And I just got word that Nyla's mom is on her way. So if I could just get everybody to just bear with us just a couple more minutes, because Nyla's mom is really, really depending on you all to hear her. So if I could get everybody to just wait around with us for a few more minutes until Nyla's mom get here, I really would appreciate it. Come on, Selena. Let me let Selena come on back.
I also want to say today is also symbolic. We wanted to do it on today. Today is general elections, okay? Let me say this. This demonstration, this silent demonstration, symbolizes when you don't go vote, or depending on who you go vote for, because this is how your voice can be silenced, okay? So we need to get out there, go vote, go use our vote as our voice, because this too could be you if you remain silent, all right?
Do I have any more speakers that would like to come up? Any bloggers?
I just like to say, again, my name is Broderick Sings. I'm a local pastor here in the city of Charlotte, North Carolina. It was Dr. Martin Luther King who said, and I quote, he said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." And even though I don't know Nyla or her family, when I heard the story about what took place, I believe moments like these is when society should come out and we should band together and do these types of events that shows a society, that shows those that are the oppressors. And whether we want to admit it or not, this family is being oppressed because no one wants to bring or shed light to the situation that's going on. And it's people like us that even though I don't even know them, my heart goes out to them, because I have a grandchild. I have children, I have nieces and nephews, and if they were going through something like this, I would want the community to come together and unify and lift up our voice. And she said it so eloquently, you don't have to say anything to make noise. Come together and protest in silence. And so we thank God that He has given us the ability to come together and stand in solidarity with this family until justice is served. Until justice is served. Until justice is served.
I want to thank the pastor again. And for a long time, I've heard the village. I've heard people talk about there's no village in the community no more. Well, I can't tell. I'm looking at a village right now. So we got to be careful of the narratives that we are pushing. We got to be careful of these narratives that we accept, you know. Now, are you doing for your village? Because you got a village. People say, Shank, why you always come hard down on people? I ain't coming hard enough. Some people say, Shank, why you always be talking to the people the way you be talking to the people? Because I grew up in a village. And in that village, it was all about taking care of the children. It was all about taking care of the babies. So I'm challenging everyone that's watching this to get active in your village, to get active in your community. Today, we're standing here fighting for justice for Nyla. Tomorrow, we might be standing here fighting for the justice of your baby or your loved one. And I'm sure that you will want Shank Rock, John Barnett, the pastor, Selena, and everybody that's out here in Nyla's village. I'm sure that you would definitely want us to come and be a part of your village. Now, when Nyla's mom come up, I just want y'all to just pay attention to everything that she says. And I want y'all to understand just the pain alone that Nyla's mom and dad is a wonderful dad. These are wonderful parents. You know, because so long and so many times people will try to push that narrative and try to talk bad about the mom, the dad. But we're talking about a mother and a father that is doing and has been doing the right thing in society. And all the mom and dad wants is justice for their baby. Just imagine if this was your baby, a pick line. A pick line. Now, Atrian Health is not denying it. So we can start right there, and then we can stop right there. They're not denying that they put the pick line in incorrect. Well, if they know that they put it in incorrect, what's the problem? Why make it about John Barnett? The mom told me the meeting wasn't even supposed to have been about John Barnett. Let me hear everybody say, I took this out of John Barnett's playbook. Let me hear everybody say, John Barnett.
John Barnett.
Man, this meeting, Sister Selena, come on in there. Tell us about this meeting that took place for 45 minutes with the mom, and all they were talking about was John Barnett.
That's all they can talk about here is John Barnett, because they know they're wrong. They're sitting up there across the street looking at us, watching us, and I'm sure taking notes. How you doing? But you know, it shouldn't be about John Barnett. It should be about the mother. And to let you all know, Miss Weber is on her way. She's at the light. She should be here in about 5 minutes. And she's going to bring Nyla with her. Okay? So let me tell you something. Because of the malpractice that this hospital has done, she has to be a full-time caregiver. A full-time caregiver to Nyla. And that's why she has to bring Nyla here with her today. Because she doesn't have the necessary child care and nursing set up to leave her
You guys,
at home,
they're under there watching. Y'all might see them, I don't know, but
so I'm glad she's
the hospital administrators are under their garage watching.
And to see not only her mother supporting her, but the community standing behind her. Okay? So no, absolutely, this should not be about John Barnett. It should not be about anybody other than the one that this malpractice happened to and has caused her permanent disability. I've been in the medical field for the past 25 years and have worked at several facilities out of Arizona to Chicago to North Carolina and Ohio. I've been all over the place and been all over in different specialties. But this is the first time that I have seen such negligent care happen to the sweet, innocent child. And again, we want to show the symbolic message of this silent protest again, because your voice is your vote, or your vote is your voice. And when you don't come out to do the things of your civic duty, this could be your child, okay? Because the policies and laws that are set in place not only affect, it affects healthcare. It affects these healthcare systems. And we can see that they are bullies. There are bullies to mothers who don't have a support system, or even the money to do what is necessary. And a lot of times that is how they sign themselves. Because half the time for lawyers, for other
Everybody say, temporary restraining order has not been granted.
Temporary restraining order has not been granted.
Okay, now, the moment that we all been waiting for, and let me give her a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Nyla's mom. Mom, take us back, because the man from the media had a question. Would you like to ask that question again to the mom?
Just why did she need the procedure in the first place?
So the pre-cloud is needed for any premature baby, for medication, to receive nutrition, and any type of food.
Mom, how did you feel about this meeting? First of all, what was the meeting that you attended that took place yesterday that was for 45 minutes and all they spoke about was John Barnett? What was the meeting? What was that meeting for? I'm sorry.
That meeting was for to silence us. They did not want us to be out here today, and they do not like the fact that we are advocating for all of them. Across the street from them. And for 45 minutes, they spoke about how John Barnett was basically trying to influence the jury's decision. We don't even have a trial date yet, so there is no jury at this point to influence.
How is Nyla doing at this time?
At this time, Nyla is she's doing so well, better than what we expected, considering all her diagnosis and what happened to her here at Adrian Levine's Children's Hospital.
I have a question. So immediately, how soon did you find out that something was wrong with Nyla before the procedure, and what was the initial reaction from the care that they provided for Nyla? Was it quick care, or was it something that you feel like the hospital could have taken care of immediately and they neglected?
Her skin was burnt off shoulder blade to shoulder blade, and I wanted to know, well, what happened? She's been here in your care. What happened to her face? We don't know, Miss Weber. We call infectious disease in. We've ran all this tests, and they all come back negative. We don't know why her skin has blistered up off her back. We don't know, and that concerns me. That you don't know what she's been through. It's like it just happened overnight. I just saw Nyla and she was fine. And then the next day I saw her again, her skin no longer on her back. Like the pictures that I have showing her back, where her skin is missing.
And do you feel like with them, with John Barnett helping you seek justice in your village right here, that it's just a little bit too much noise and they're really trying to silence John Barnett?
Bigger mouth, a bigger voice, and so of course they were able to stay by themselves because I hope they can
And do you feel like the community, what are you, do you have anything like to say towards the community? Because a lot of times melanated people don't speak out. We just keep going because we don't know that it's a John Barnett, a Shank Rock, a Sister Celia out here with a voice that can boom bigger than us. So what would you, after all of this is said and done, what are you looking for a part of the closure to be?
I'm looking to help other families as well who are in my position, because I did not have an attorney. No attorney would take my case when I went through my daughter's records and I saw some things in there that were red flags. I read medical records for a reason. So I would say to parents, always read every doctor, read the summary, because sometimes they put things in there that you may not have seen, or you may not be aware of, because you don't And don't just go with what, I know they're doctors, but just don't go with what they say, because if you just go with what they say, if I had not did my research, then I would think that my baby was just born.
What would you say to the people right now to get Nyla's story out there to help others? What would you tell the people that's on my social media right now? What can they do to help push Nyla's story out there?
Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Continue to share the story, because it may be you one day. Show support to other families, so that whenever you're in need, we'll all be willing to support each other. We need to support each other, because nobody is going to do it for us. So we have to show support to each other. So if you know somebody that's going through the same situation, have them reach out to John Barnett, Shane Rock, because I sent my story to plenty podcasts, plenty individuals who do social media, and they would say, I'll tell your story. Never told my story, so we need individuals like Shane Rock and John Barnett. So people like us whose stories don't get told. Or don't get heard because it doesn't pick up on the track.
What's the next step with the hospital, since this last meeting was about nothing but John? What are you expecting next?
I expect them to worry about my mom and what they done to my daughter, and not worry about what John Barnett, because he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and they need to do what they're supposed to do, which would bring justice to my daughter. So they need to focus on having a court date. Just as quick as they wanted to put that restraining order out and had a court date the next day, they could do the same thing. It's been 4 years, so could have already had a trial date. But they weren't prolonged it. So here we are once again.
And the restraining order was pertaining to what from the hospital toward you?
In my opinion, was for John Barnett, but because he's not the plaintiff, it was for me, my 3-year-old daughter, Nyla, who they injured, and her father. Scare tactic. Basically to silence us.
Yeah.
And we will be back next month. I mean, hear everybody say, we will be back next month.
We will be back next month.
And Nyla, yes, baby Nyla is coming right now. So I'm going to be introducing the baby of the hour, Nyla. She'll be in and out.
So this is the baby, you guys, of the x-ray that's being shown. This Nyla, she's so precious, you guys. She's so precious. She ain't gonna be out here too long, guys, but this is baby Nyla. The PIC line handicapped her, you guys. I'm Nyla.
That's who we are fighting for. Now, this does conclude the Justice for Nyla silent demonstration. Yes, let me, one more time. Sir, is there anything else you would like to ask before we get out of here?
I just want to end by saying, Black mothers matter. Black children matter. We should not have to go through all of this just for the healthcare system to hear our pleas and cries for help. Instead of giving us the help that they need, they treat us like nuisance. Okay? So going forward, Atrium Health, just treat this mother right. Just do right by this mother and the mom. We shouldn't have to come out here to do a silent demonstration, especially not on election day. That ain't good for nobody. All right? So do the right thing by this mother.
Go ahead and set up that court date. Go ahead and take care of your business and do what you need to do. Do the right thing, like Spike Lee said.
Is there anyone that would like to close us out with a prayer? Go ahead, Mom, Alicia, close out with a prayer.
God, we just want to say thank you for all that you're doing in Manala's life and her parents with legacy situation, and as well as Jocelyn. God, we thank you for John Barnett. We thank you for Shank Roth. We thank you for all the individuals that came out today. God, we just ask that you continue to reveal and do that thing that you do, God, and just continue to be in the midst. We can do all things through God who strengthens us. We can do all things, and we serve a God who can do all things. So with that being said, God, we're going to count everything is done. We're going to count everything is just. And we give you all the glory and all the praise in advance, because we know that you can do all things.
Right.
Thank you, God, for having us here. We praise and bless you.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'll see y'all for the next demonstration. Salute.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys, that's why it's important, like she said, to educate, read before you sign papers. Y'all hearing it from a mother herself saying, don't just be signing on the dotted line. Get a second opinion on things. Don't just be letting them do anything to your babies and stuff like that, and things. So they put the PICC line in her spine the wrong way. It wasn't even supposed to go in her spine. And they did that, and she is now handicapped, and her organs are messed up due to the PICC line. She's adorable. Let me show you guys, y'all. She's super cute. She's like, get out of here, y'all. Get out of here, all these pictures and stuff. Oh, she's so precious. And get copies of what you're signing, yes. Very much get copies of what you're signing, because you don't know, but you do got to start asking questions. We just be signing. Like, can you sign right here, sign right here? Man, we don't know if we up there signing at are we donating kidneys and organs and stuff? You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. We don't know what we don't pay attention and stuff. So, yeah. She's so precious. She's so precious. So, it's good to educate about this. I want everybody to start speaking out. I don't care what the negligence is, you guys. That's what people like John Barnett here for, and Shank Rock, to tell y'all stories and bring national attention. TT, they did, and the crazy part is, TT, they said they had offered her some money, right? They offered her money, but so when she's like, okay, let's go to court, just putting everything in order.
It's almost impossible. But I had to do it. I did it for my night. That's what I did. I did it for her. It's the only reason I'm quiet today. Can't nobody else get me quiet, not even my mama. But I did it for this gorgeous little baby here. The baby is gorgeous. It's my little baby. It's my first time meeting you, actually. First time. Yeah. So talk to the people. You look. The demonstration is over with. You can run your mouth, man. Talk to the people. Well, I'm just happy. I'm just happy I didn't go to jail today, because I'm known to go to jail. I don't care. I heard that Dr. King went to jail like 60, 70 times, but for the day to know that they tried to do a restraining order against me, and it didn't work this morning. We didn't know until this morning 9 o'clock that the judge denied it. So shout out to the Judge Carla. Shout out to the judge for not putting a restraint on them. It's hard to keep my mouth silent. They may try to stop me in front of a hospital, but they can't stop me in Mississippi. They can't stop me in LA, Los Angeles this weekend. They can't stop me in Louisiana, and the list goes on and on. So at the end of the day, I thank God for my voice. Nobody gives acknowledgement to their gifts.
So I thank God for my boy. I got limited resources, but I got a lot of passion. So I'm glad to be here today. Glad to be here. I want to thank God, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank, you know what I'm saying, everybody. Real talk for being here. And I want to thank Shankroff for being here too. So his exposure of these cases is major and very important. He's my #1 national blogger. I took him to Los Angeles with me last week, so we're going to be taking a lot of trips. And like I say, he's the host today, so we're going to be moving him to the front. We're moving him to the front. He's going to the front now.
Might not want to do that.
He's got a new position.
Might not want to do that.
Y'all get at John Barnett if y'all need that story told. John Barnett is out here moving things, y'all. They trying to silence him.
I wanted to stay together, so bad, but I had to keep in mind, this is for the baby. This ain't about Shank Rock. You might not want to put Shank Rock on the front line.
Shank Rock, do what you gotta do, brother. What you talking about?
John Barnett, can I ask you a question? He's on his live too. Hold on, you guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
Let me get some pictures.
Yeah.
Come back. Exactly.
Kiki, he travels.
See everybody.
One more.
Yes, she is. She's wearing them Afro puffs good, y'all. John, why they want you to be quiet? You the truth teller? You the new activist truth teller out here in these streets?
I did this for Jesse. I did this today. We did this for Jesse. I just left Jesse Jackson's memorial service on yesterday in Columbus, South Carolina. So when I look at experiences like this, it just let me know that the struggle continues. So today, I dedicate this silent demonstration to the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Real talk.
Okay. And this movement right here, I see you got a big crowd out today, a huge crowd. You got the hospital staff under.
Everybody thank Ms. Philpott for coming today. Thank you. Thank you. I'll call you later.
You got the administrators in the garage.
Yeah.
Watching this protest. So, I mean, this is gonna stand to be historic with all the.
And that very well may have been the lawyer. It may have been the lawyer across the street. But they watched Malcolm. They watched Medgar Evers in Mississippi.
Okay.
They watched Dr. King. When you're fighting and you're fighting for people, then know that you're going to be watched. I tell people all the time, Malcolm X and Tupac Shakur died not because they had a lot of money. They died because they had the ability to electrify people with that tongue they had. And so I think whenever you stand, Reverend Sharpton told me once, he said sometimes those that stand alone have to speak alone. So I'm just encouraging everybody else to stand.
Thank you, John Barnett. I appreciate it and all that you and Shankrock and Sister Slee and your team has been doing for these mothers. It's like I said, it's monumental and it's historic. Because I didn't think I'd see anybody have a voice for these mothers. And we're watching it on social media in modern day time and stuff. Where does John Barnett go from here with the movement? As far as you can go, because I see you in LA. You know, you're down in Louisiana, you know, and I see people in my chat saying, I need him and stuff. So how impactful do you think you could really change the justice system as far as medical negligence and so much other stuff going on, racial violence and stuff?
I think mobilization and our people have to be very disciplined. You know, and I'm not only disciplined dealing with the law. I don't eat meat, don't eat chicken, I don't eat pork. So I think part of doing what we do, you have to be disciplined. Malcolm X was very disciplined. He didn't chew gum, Farrakhan said. So part of the first step is we have to be disciplined and then be organized. Not allow entertainment, Source Awards, and then BET Awards to distract us. We have to be really focused every day. Every day I wake up and try to focus on something that's going to help our people. And I think if everybody woke up like that, black men need to wake up in this country like a gazelle, knowing that there's a lion looking for them, trying to eat them alive. And I think once they get to that mindset, it'll change. Mine happened from 11 friends being in prison, and I'm sitting under the tree by myself in Clover, South Carolina. And then that led me reading Malcolm X's book, and then I wrote Reverend Sharpton, he wrote me back, and I was able to have a good mentor. So I think part of what black men need is a good mentor, a good, strong father figure or mentor to guide them. My guidance was Reverend Sharpton. So I'm here today live but I worked with Reverend Sharpton in 2002. So today is just the ingredients that he put in me to do what I'm doing today. You know, him and Reverend Jesse Jackson. So I think we just need to continue to be mindful of the fact that this country was not built for us. Abraham Lincoln friends was not jumping up and down when they freed the slaves. So because of that, there's a trap for all of us. We just got to know where the traps are and how to maneuver around them. Today, we were supposed to be across the street in front of the hospital, but I said I can practice my First Amendment, so they can't stop us here. Now, last time we came in, we was across the street. They moved us over here, but they couldn't stop us. So they may be able to move you, but they can't stop us. And so everything went well today. Powerful press conference, ran on Charlotte News Today, Queen City News, and City and other stations. So we're just happy that we're ready to get the message out. And we got their attention now. Because they spent about an hour, 2 hours on my black ass, excuse my French, you know what I'm saying, on worrying about a restraining order. It's funny how they were quick to get a court date for a restraining order, but we can't get a court date in 3 years for this lawsuit that they've offered money to get. So we're going to continue to do our demonstrations. We're going to come back in next month and get on their nerves, because Muhammad Ali, as I close, said that he knew he couldn't beat Joe Frazier, because he said every time Joe Frazier hit him, it was like getting hit by a brick wall. But he knew if he kept hitting him, eventually Joe Frazier would fall. And of course, Muhammad Ali won that match. So today, this place looks enormous. My lawyer said that Atrium Health got deep pockets. They got billions of dollars, right? They got all of this money. They got a Panera Bread inside the hospital. And that's thousands of dollars right there. So this is a David and Goliath story. These resources that we have, and Facebook pages, and social media. Thanks, Queen City News. Appreciate you coming. These little small ingredients that we put together is big enough to take out Atrium Health in one hit. And so that's our goal, is to expose them for what they've done until they do right by us, until we have our court date.
So John Barnett, before we go, you get up out of here, you got Queen City News, you got all these news stations pulling up for these mothers, you know what I'm saying, showing not just the cities, but you got these bloggers as well coming on full-time, throttle pushing these stories. That's where they got 70, almost to 100,000 views, the LaShonda story, and now we got Alicia, and now we got baby Nyla and stuff like that. What is it going to take them to stop and shut up John Barnett?
Absolutely nothing. I will be using my voice to the day I die. Malcolm used his. Muhammad Ali gracefully used his. So there's nothing going to be able to stop me from running my mouth. I will be willing to go to jail if they try to stop me from using my mouth. Today was just a mockery of them trying to silence me, and that's why we put tape over my mouth today. It's mockery. I'm mocking them and laughing at them. The restraining order did not go through, and you can't stop me. Let's just focus on getting the settlement to this family so we can move on. That's the goal. A large settlement. They've already offered close to $6 million, but the mother turned it down because she knows that's just pennies compared to the budget that they have inside this hospital.
John, one last question I do have for you. What happened to yesterday's activists? I see you, and you are inspiring me to do more for people that need our voice and things like that. Being out here with you, learning the ways of what it takes to be a true activist. What happened to our voices? Why just John Barnett?
I think, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think what made Prince, Whitney, and Michael great was that Whitney had Dionne Warwick and Aretha Franklin. Prince had his daddy that showed him how to play a piano at the age of 8, and Michael had Quincy and Stevie Wonder. And I think what I have is the pastors that I've been blessed to be around and be under. Pastor Amir May, Pastor Crump and Rock Hill, Pastor Benjamin Hinton and Gaston, and I've had Pastor Charles White. Another one is I've had a good mentor. Dr. King taught Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson taught Al Sharpton, and Al Sharpton taught me and Tamika Mallory. So I think the key ingredient of today's activists is that everybody needs a strong mentor, and that mentor sends them off. The space shuttle, when it goes into space, it's on a big old fiery, looks like a plane, right? But the shuttle's on top. Now, when it takes off at NASA, the shuttle goes up and then it falls, and then that NASA shuttle goes into space. The other part that got it there doesn't go into space. Quincy Jones can't dance like Michael. He had to shoot him to the moon, right? L.A. Reid, Babyface, they couldn't dance like Bobby. They had to shoot Bobby to the moon. L.A. Reid said Bobby Brown took us to the moon and left us there. So I think part of what's very important about today's activists is that they don't take time out to sit and learn. I've sat under Reverend Sharpton and carried his coffee and carried his bags and had my mama sweet potato pie in a brown paper bag for him and watched him, get ready for CNN interviews. So in all of that, I learned just like the disciples learned from Jesus. So I think the key ingredient is really you have to be taught. Civil rights ain't something that you can be that's put in a class. You have to be inspired to do it. I could be working at the post office. I worked at the post office. I ain't got to be out here in the cold. But because I love my people and I realized that my brother's death, reading Malcolm X's book and meeting Reverend Sharpton, it's called divine intervention. Everybody is not born to be an activist. But if by chance you see some signs and God sends you some signs or some messages, then it's imperative that you follow those signs. And now today I've been full-time civil rights. I haven't clocked in 17 years. We've gotten 33 people out of jail, 26 cops fired. We're going to LA to get a black man out of jail, hopefully this weekend. So the list goes on and on. So I know that everybody don't know their calling, but I definitely know mine. I've been doing this 17 years. I got over 5,000 members, and I ain't even got no church. If I had a church, I'd have a mega church by now.
Okay.
So, but I'm thankful to be doing what I'm doing. It's a blessing.
And I appreciate you. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. Salute everybody. Thank you guys so much for pulling up for Justice for baby Nyla. You guys, y'all been amazing and stuff. I'm glad John Barnett could give us some last minute words because, civil rights activism requires knowledge, y'all, and we got to learn the law. We got to learn our rights. You get what I'm saying? Because they out here just doing anything with us and to us, and they're going to continue to do that, but giving us wrong medicine and stuff, and we don't have a voice. We don't have a voice. But we need somebody like John to be ours, okay? Salute everybody. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day till later. I'll be back. You guys enjoy your Taco Tuesday, okay? Thank you, Curl Cotton. Hey, Sister Yvette.